On my head, and somebody told me I look like a corn dog because my head's golden brown and delicious. Good morning everybody. Got dolphins jumping out behind me. Hashtag beat my background at Papakona restaurant. Hashtag morning. Chris Allen, executive chef, Papakona. Another beautiful day here. It's 82 degrees, sunny. It's beautiful. So what we're going to do today is we're going to actually be doing a beef bourguignon, a very, very classic French dish. And we're going to also do ratatouille. A lot of you guys may have seen the movie. If you haven't, I suggest you watch it over quarantine because it's actually a fabulous movie. As far as giving you an inside the scene of what it is like in a fine dining kitchen. The brigade system, how every department is set up, how everybody's job is set, but also the cutthroat nature of a kitchen. Kitchens are interesting places to work. I'll leave it at that. So, what we're going to do first is I actually jumped ahead a little bit. I've got in here. I've got some bacon that I rendered out. Okay, I rendered out this bacon. And it's nice and crispy right now. So all I'm going to do is I'm merely going to fish out my crispy bacon. And I'm just going to put it right here. And then I have all this beautiful fat now in the bottom. Because my bacon is now rendered out. So it's given up all of its fat. And now it sits right here in the bottom of this pan. Now, as you may have been able to ascertain, the French don't eat the most healthy because I'm going to leave that fat right in there. But I'm going to contrast it with the nice Burgundy wine, right? So the wine's going to cut the acid. So who knows? No one's going to live forever, right? So that's okay. So what we are going to do now is we're going to take our meat. I've got some beautiful chuck cut up here, and I'm just going to fire this up. And I'm going to sear this. I'm going to give it a quick sear, okay? I'm going to also want to season it. Always want to season it. A little black pepper. A little salt. Some of this nice Hawaiian pink salt. Season it up real nice. And into that bacon fat it goes. Into the bacon fat it goes. So I'm going to just get that going. And you can hear it already starting to sizzle a little bit, but that's great. So while that's sizzling, I'm going to go ahead and take a couple of other ingredients here. Let me show you what I've got. I've got some onion that I just cut up, okay? Now, we're going to be doing this dish here at Papakona. We're going to put this on our delivery and takeaway menu. It's going to be available for our May 23rd menu. So you'll be able to get this dish on May 23rd. And it's going to come with the secondary dish, which is ratatouille. Okay, so it's going to be called Paris in Paradise. Paris in Paradise. Gotta love that. So the reason why I'm doing this, and you may say, hey chef, that's kind of stupid. Why are you doing a dish that you're going to try and sell to us? Why don't we just make it at home? Well, yeah, you could. But there's a couple of different things. There's a lot of different nuanced ingredients to this, okay? There's a lot of little detail stuff that you want to do. And I know that everyone right now is kind of looking for more quick, easy meals to make. I don't think you're going to want to be getting very elaborate and giving this the long food of love that it requires, okay? So, let's take a look at what my mise en place here is. I've got some mushrooms. Now I've also got our ali'i mushrooms. These are mushrooms here in Hawaii. They're the royal mushroom. Really, really beautiful earthy texture. But I've also just got some white button mushrooms that I've merely cut in half, okay? I left one out that I was going to show you guys how to cut it in half, but you guys all know how to cut a mushroom in half, right? So, in here, there's a couple of different things in culinary arts that you'll see on a recipe. You'll see one that's called a bouquet garni, or a sachet. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be doing a sachet. Bouquet garni is a little bit more specific. It's wrapped in a leek, okay? and then it's tied up with a little bit of herbs, some parsley stems, some bay leaf, and some peppercorns. That's kind of your traditional bouquet garni. Now a sachet, or this cheesecloth that I'm using, is a little bit different. You can infuse any kind of flavors that you want in this. So what I have in here is I've got some parsley stems that I'm actually going to smash up and break up. I've got some bay leaf that I'm also going to smash up and release some of those oils. I got some garlic, done the same, and then I've got some thyme, okay, and I've got some black peppercorns. So this goes to the refinement of of French cooking, okay. This is basically a peasant dish, if you will, okay. The wine is what refines it to a more higher scale haute cuisine, if you will. This was really made more of a mainstream dish by a very famous chef, one of the godfathers of modern French cooking. His name is Auguste Escoffier. You'll see a lot of cookbooks with Escoffier. He's really the father of French cooking, if you will. So I'm just going to tie that up, okay? Nothing to it. I really just don't want my peppercorns to escape, but then I want to be able to fish this out at the end of this, yeah? So I can cut off these ends. I'm not going to worry about it. It's ready to go. So while that's going, my vegetables and my beef are starting to get some color on them, and you can hear that beautiful sizzle. I'll put the microphone down. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Hear the sizzle. That's great. Okay. You want to get any of those pink spots turned. Okay. So now is going to be a great time that I'm going to add some chopped garlic. I got just a really hacked up garlic. It's not refined at all. Not smashed up, because this is going to cook over such a long period of time. It's going to basically just disintegrate into this anyway. My favorite point right now is that garlic flavor comes up, okay? I'm going to go ahead and add in my beautiful mushrooms. That's done. I'm just going to give those a quick saute. To put my wind block here. It's always a challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and add back in my bacon. Okay, just like that. All the juice too. Come on. Don't even sop up that bacon fat into my sachet. Don't even worry about it. Have fun, guys. Have fun. So that's about the 17th time that I've got bacon fat all over me. Honey, get the shout ready. Shout out to my wife. Okay, what you don't want to do is you don't want to burn the bottom, so you want to make sure that you're scraping all the knotty bits off, okay? Make sure you don't burn anything on the bottom. That's great, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you what else I have here. I have a little bit of beef stock, and I have a little bit of Burgundy wine. Now, anybody who's seen my classes always understand the importance. This is an important step. To measure out your wine, you got to taste it. Oh, that's perfect. Big body, big flavor. This is a really nice sauce. Now, so I'm going to add the combination of the two. I'm going to go ahead and add in about 2 cups of wine. You guys all see me measuring that, 2 cups. I could pretty much pour a 2 cup. I've got here a little bit of tomato paste that I'm actually going to put in also. A little tomato paste. Tomato paste actually adds a very nice acidity to it, and actually helps break down the protein or the collagen in the meat. So I'm going to add in about 1 cup of this beef stock. Okay? Now I already salted and peppered the beef, so that's okay. So I'm literally just going to let that go and cook down. I'm going to cover it and simmer it. We're going to come back to that in 2 seconds. So imagine this has a lid on it. Let's get this all out of the way, and we're going to turn our attention to Ratatouille. I've got more great things to say about that movie. Couple of different scenes that always come to my mind, and I always kind of made it be mandatory that my students actually. So I'm going to go ahead and take this right off, and imagine it's cooking, because I got one through the magic of TV here. So, because I'm going to need this area right now. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start to build this sauce for the ratatouille. So, little pans are tricky. Got that there. I'm going to get a little bit of garlic and I'm just going to put that right in with a little bit of tomato sauce and some thyme. And I'm just going to basically cook that out really quick. Got some thyme in there, okay? A little bit of garlic. Not much to it, okay? So I can also give it a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Not much, guys. And I'm going to taste it too. And I'm just going to go ahead and cook out that herb. I'm going to give it a little bit more time. That makes it a little bit more timey-y. I'm going to put in a little bit of parsley too. Okay. Now, a couple of these, just so you guys know, again, these are going to be available on our delivery takeout menu. That's going to be for May 23rd, right? So you can actually place your order by Friday at 3 p.m. You can call it in and place the order, and we'll be either bringing it out to your house in our beautiful Papakona van, or you can come down here and pick it up if you want to get out of the house. I know it's probably getting to get out of the house time. So I'm just going to go ahead and stir that up and get those flavors blended. Now ratatouille, guys, is not a, it's a peasant dish. It truly is. And if you've seen the movie Ratatouille, you'll understand what I mean. It's basically a vegetable stew. It's very, very simple. There's not much to it. So I've got that cooking. I'm just going to go ahead and turn that off now. And I have here a little zucchini, a little yellow squash, okay? A little yellow squash right here. Got that ready to go. And I've got my plate that I'm going to go ahead and build it in. I'm going to just go ahead and build it in here. Now, through the magic of TV, you see that I already have that. What I'm looking to get is you'll see on, if you watch on Ratatouille, he actually uses a mandolin, okay? You can use your knife if you want to practice your knife skills, okay? You want a super nice, thin bit of zucchini, okay? And green zucchini or yellow squash, okay? Should have my glasses on for this. Make it nice and thin. Very simple, okay? And again, like I said, the mandolin could totally work for this job, okay? I've already cut up some yellow and red bell pepper, and I've got some mushroom cut up as well, okay? Easy. So like I was saying, the movie Ratatouille, how is it so great? It's really great in the fact that I like that he teaches how to taste food. The scene when he's with his brother and he eats the grape with the cheese and the explosion goes off. It was just a really beautiful metaphor on how to taste food and the beauty of delicious food. So I'm just going to go ahead and very, very simply splash down some of this tomato garlic sauce, okay? Guys, with me. So guys, keep in mind, although they say French cuisine is some highfalutin type of food, it really isn't. It's just really refined peasant food to another level. That's all. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to kind of go boy, girl, and color with this. I'm just going to basically start to build this by some color, right? Put a little color. I really thought that this was a fantastic derivation when they did it for the movie. I thought it was really quite creative to turn this peasant dish into a real fine dining work of art. And I'm not going to get real particular on my order here. If you want to, you can, okay? But when you order this from us, you're going to actually get it in a nice big round presentation. I think it's going to be quite stunning for you guys to order. I'm going to go ahead and add in some more mushroom. Another thing you could use for this, and I couldn't find it today, is Japanese eggplant is another really great filler for this. going to go ahead and just place that around a little bit more. Go yellow and green and red and yellow. And we're going to finish up with green right there. And maybe a little yellow right there. Okay? Very simple. I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of more of this sauce that I have. I'm just going to get any of the remnants. I'm just going to dollop a little bit on top, like so. Now, the one thing you didn't see me do, I should have heard you guys yelling and hollering at me. I should have given it some salt and pepper. So I'll do that right now. Season it. You got to season your food. So go ahead and now pop this right into a 350-degree oven. Okay. So I got my little handy dandy easy bake oven here. And let's go take a look at our Bourguignon. So through the magic of TV. So this actually cooked for about 2.5 hours, guys. Actually it was about 2 hours and 15 minutes, okay? So you remember that sachet that I put in there? See how it's easy to fish out? Although it looks like a piece of beef, you got to make sure you pull it out, because this would not be good for you to give to your family or a customer. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that over in the other one. So take a look at what's happened over the course of 2 hours of it cooking. The sauce got really, really rich. Okay, the vegetables look beautiful. I actually used whole mushrooms on this one because it was actually a little bit, they were nice small mushrooms and they worked real well for this. Okay, so question's going to be, Chef, how long, so did you really cook it for that? I'm going to give that as an approximate. I'd start testing it at about 1 hour and 30 minutes. And how do you do that? Because some of you guys may be running hotter than others, okay? So, how you test your meat. You see how I just pulled that apart? Really super duper easy. Super duper easy. It's just coming right apart, okay? That's what you want to see, okay? It just should be falling apart. Real simple. I can just pull it apart really easy. Other thing you want to do is, I want to test it, right? I want to give it a taste. Let's give it a quick taste test. So, if I have to adjust any of the seasoning, does it need more salt? Yeah, let's give it more salt. If not, why not? It's got a big, big, rich flavor. Oh, wow, that's good. That's really good. So traditionally, this is actually served with mashed potatoes. And since I've already done a class on mashed potatoes, I didn't do this with mashed potatoes today. Okay, I just did it with the ratatouille. Yeah. Okay. So I pulled out my sachet. Okay, that's all done. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this right here. I'm going to put it right here in this nice little dish. Imagine it on a bed of mashed potatoes. But that gravy is just magnificent. That beef, beautiful. Okay. Get it with a little garnish of fresh parsley. Okay. Let's clean up our sides a little bit. Looks great. And let's go ahead and check our ratatouille. I cheated. It wouldn't cook that fast through the magic of TV. So you're going to want to cook that ratatouille for about 15 to 20 minutes until the vegetables get nice and soft, okay, and everything kind of comes together there. So let's go ahead and give this a try. And give the beef bourguignon a try first. Let me get one of those mushrooms. That's really good. I feel just the richness of the sauce, the wine. It's not very overpowering, and this actually is one of those dishes that actually tastes better the next day because all your flavors end up coming together. Oh boy, is that good. And let's try the ratatouille. Ratatouille is, I must say, it is one of the most underrated dishes of them all. Let's give it a try. It's just so good. The tomato sauce with the garlic on the bottom, and then just the freshness of the vegetables. But the blending, when you have the peppers working against the zucchini, it's kind of a crisscross, if you will, of flavor. Really, really delicious. So, once again, May 23rd, you can have this delivered to your house. You don't have to cook it. We're getting ready to gear up so you can stop cooking a couple of meals a week, maybe 2 or 3 meals a week, where we can take that burden off your shoulders, because I can hear you all out there crying and saying, I'm sick of cooking 3 meals a day. I can't come up with another dish for my family. I'm at my wit's end. Please, somebody cook for me. Here I am. I'll be happy to cook for you and bring it to your house, everybody. Okay? And we're also looking forward to opening up here, so hopefully that you can actually order it, pick it up, and take it out and sit on our beautiful patioed area. Fingers crossed for something like that, so you guys can really get out of your house and enjoy yourself. The other good thing about our delivery is that we're going to actually be able to deliver growlers of beer, and nothing like having a growler of Ola beer delivered right to your house, to your doorstep with a beautiful dinner. So we'll have it all covered for you. You can also order a bottle of wine, and we'll deliver a bottle of wine. Doesn't get much better than that, right? We're going to really try and help these last few, I guess we're down the stretch of this coronavirus lockdown, and hopefully we can start gearing you up towards getting out and getting you some delicious food, yeah? So, papakona.com, check that out. More details for our menu will be on our Facebook page, so check that out. Don't forget also, rewatch me on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. My existence needs you to subscribe. No. So again, please check out all those venues to find out information on what's going on here at Papakona Restaurant. And again, beat my background with dolphins breaching behind me in the Oneo Bay. I defy anybody to beat my background. I still put it out to you. So aloha, mahalo, and we'll see you on Wednesday. We're going to have some fun with potatoes. We're going to do potato tacos.